guess what, toy hunters? This week's adventure of 5 Thrift Store Friday started off with a bit of a challenge, but it ended in a jackpot. I mean, a serious jackpot of vintage finds. What's up? It's your boy Burf, and it's 5 Thrift Store Friday! Yes, it's 5 Thrift Store Friday, the happiest day of the week. And let me tell you, it was a week for thrifting at the stores. But I turned it all around by hitting up a couple of garage sales, and I scored big. I'm talking GoBots, Masters of the Universe, M.A.S.K, Rainbow Brite, My Little Pony, vintage Power Rangers, vintage Star Wars, Micro Machines, and so much more. So, because of the week of thrifting, this episode is dedicated to garage sale finds. Now, it's only a couple of garage sales, but I promise the finds will be worth your time. Seriously, these garage sales were small treasure troves of vintage goodies, and I can't wait to share all the nostalgia with you. It was pretty awesome. I found more vintage toys at these 2 garage sales than I have in the thrift stores over the last 3 or 4 months. Like, it was awesome. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. If you are, hit that like button and let's roll out.
Straight out of the thrift store, looking for toys galore. My name is Burf and this is my turf. I'm straight out of the thrift store.
Oh, wow. All kinds of cool stuff. Land speeder's cool. I don't know what this is from. Big old bag of Power Rangers.
I think we did this one yesterday. I still don't. I gave all the money that my husband made to him yesterday.
Oh, here's some Dungeons and Dragons. Got some muscle. Wow. A-Team. There's some Voltron, M.A.S.K. There's some more D&D back here. Oh, this is cool. This looks like the V Space Shuttle. I don't know what that goes to, though. If you guys remember the TV show V. So I really wasn't looking up prices at this garage sale. I kind of, sort of, but like trying to like not be too obvious about it because I didn't want to make the lady think that I was gonna resell this stuff and try to make more than what she was selling it for, and then maybe I wouldn't be able to negotiate, you know. So I wasn't trying to be rude by like just looking it up in front of her. But I have a feeling I probably paid up on this piece a little bit. He was asking $25 for this Power Rangers Zeo Deluxe Arik the Conqueror Zord from 1996. I don't really know much about Power Rangers. I've never even watched a full episode of Power Rangers, but I do appreciate the toys. I think the toys themselves are pretty cool. So I saw this and I was like, man, this thing is pretty awesome. And then when I opened it up, it was like a robot inside. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. So I ended up picking up this guy, even though it's not something I normally collect, but I just thought it was just way too cool to pass up. Got some X-Wings over here. There's an old Voltron. Is that the Panache Place one? Yeah, I think so. What's this bag? Oh, we got some Inhumanoids. I need those. There's a Duke Nukem.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, thank you.
So I recently had the opportunity to snag some incredible Inhumanoids figures from my friend Teresa, who's a reseller. You guys might remember Teresa from some of my past videos. She has like the best luck ever. Well, luck struck again with her recently when she acquired a massive lot of vintage 80s toys. I'm talking like thousands of dollars worth that she got for like 230 bucks. And from that haul, I was able to pick up a couple of Inhumanoids figures, including this Magnacore and Granite Rock Leader figure, along with this vehicle, which you don't see that often. So I'm super excited about that because I think this whole toy line is just absolutely amazing, and I definitely want to take a deeper dive into it. Now, there's one thing I do regret about this whole garage sale. I passed on that $40 bag that had the human figure from the Inhumanoids, like at least one of them. The whole bag was just 40 bucks and I passed on it. So I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Now, for those of you who might not be familiar with Inhumanoids, it was a cartoon that came out in the mid-1980s, and it followed a team of scientists who battled against giant subterranean monsters. The toy line was pretty unique and had some seriously cool figures in it, but it didn't last very long. But even though it didn't last long, it still has a really dedicated fan base, and some of the figures are considered grail pieces for collectors today. We got some micro machines, Wolf Ridge. Got the Rambo. That is cool. Check it out, there's a Micronaut. That's awesome. Oh, we got the Lone Ranger back here. So when I first saw this little dude sitting there, I had no idea what he was. I knew he was made by Tonka, and he appeared to be some sort of car that transformed into a monster, but upon further investigation, I learned that this is actually a GoBot. It's an enemy monster GoBot, and his name is Scales, and I think he's freaking amazing. So he transforms like into this, I don't know, kind of like a dinosaur looking thing. But gosh, man, he was just $1. I couldn't pass him up for just $1. I mean, when's the last time $1 brought you that much happiness? Yeah, we got some wrestling cards. Some Mego. There's a Spider-Man in there. Looky, looky. It's our boy Buzz. So I ended up picking up these 6 WWF wrestling cards, these trading cards. I had a bunch of these back in the day when I was a kid and absolutely love them. They can go for a pretty penny now. I don't think these ones are actually worth anything, but if you try to buy the wax packs and stuff now, they're like 10 bucks a pack or something like that. But I asked her, I'm like, hey, how much do you want for these 6 cards? She said $1. And when you say $1, you're talking my language. Got like a remote control Ninja van. That's pretty cool, man. $5 for that. I almost want to get that just because it's like a TMNT knockoff thing. Oh, we got some Thundercats. Got some superpowers.
Oh, check that out. Battlestar Galactica. It's missing the canopy and the driver.
So this spaceship looking thing we were just looking at is actually the Battlestar Galactica Cylon Raider ship. Now this particular one was pretty much missing everything. It was missing the canopy, the pilot, the missiles. But I recently snagged one of these on Facebook Marketplace for just 25 bucks. I've been getting some great deals on Marketplace lately. It was a great find because the one I got was fully complete with the missiles and the pilot. Now, here's an interesting, albeit a bit of a dark fact. When this toy was first released back in the late 1970s, it unfortunately caused a tragic incident where a child choked on one of the missiles. This incident led to new safety regulations for toys, and it's the reason we never got the original rocket-firing Boba Fett figure. Only a handful of prototypes ever made it out into the public, and now those rocket-firing Boba Fetts are some of the most collectible, sought-after collectibles in the world. But this Cylon Raider ship is the reason we never got that toy.
I don't know what this goes to. It looks like it's some sort of superpowers vehicle.
Yep, it is. It's a Superpowers Delta probe. Now, this one is in pretty rough shape. It's kind of busted up. It's missing pieces, but I still think it's kind of cool. And it was just $3, so it's not like it was a huge investment or anything like that. And who knows, I might be able to pick up a few loose pieces on eBay and kind of put it back together. Like, totally complete and in great condition. This thing sells for a good bit of money, but this one's pretty spent.
That's neat.
So I did grab this Double Dragon Shadow Master vehicle, like motorcycle thing. So I don't have any other Double Dragon figures, but I do have Shadow Master. And even though I don't have any other Double Dragon figures, at least he's got something to ride around on now, you know, keep himself busy, you know, go cruising for chicks or something like that. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, and it was only $1, so why not?
I like this troop transport for Star Wars. Slave One, here's part of a Death Star. Oh, check out that gumball machine. I love that, just for display purposes. We've got some Nintendo Power magazines. What year is that from? Nintendo.com. Volume 133. I was looking for the copyright date, but I don't see one. So this little dude is really cool. I love robots. Looks like he's like a little party bot.
So let's take a look at these other three things that I picked up at the garage sale. The first thing was this TMNT talking gumball machine. I picked it up for $3. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. The battery compartment is pretty clean, but when I put a battery in it, it just didn't make any sound. So I'm assuming there's something wrong with the wiring. But regardless, the colors are vibrant. I love the subject matter, and it should look really cool sitting on a shelf as a display piece with some of my TMNT figures standing next to it. I also picked up these Nintendo Power magazines. I got them for $1 each, so I felt I couldn't go wrong on those either. I've never owned a Nintendo Power magazine. These are the first ones, so I'm gonna enjoy flipping through these over the weekend and just checking them out. And then I also picked up this like Tomy Sakura robot thing. I don't know, like I love robots, and when I saw this and there was a $5 price tag on it, I'm like, I'm all over that. Now I looked this thing up to see if it had any value, and I haven't found any sold comps, but I see lots of listings for $200 up to $400 for this thing. So it's pretty amazing. It's pink. I don't think I have a pink robot in my collection at all. It's super cute. I'm gonna have to put some batteries in it and see if it actually works. I haven't had a chance to test it yet, so I'll have to update you guys in a future video. Maybe I'll make a YouTube short and let you know if it actually works or not. But if it is actually worth $200, then I scored pretty big on this one.
I've got him on card. This might be, is this some Star Wars stuff? What is this? Oh yeah, it's something Star Wars. What do you want for that $10 for the bag? It's got a Mr. Miyagi. We've got some Captain Planet. A RoboCop with his helmet. Oh, actually, that one looks like it is molded on. Sometimes it has like, it's loose. And what's this thing here? I don't know what that goes to. It's pretty neat though. And maybe some sort of Hot Wheels playset. So this is Kenner's Action Force in here. I actually have these. I've got the small vehicles. Like this thing here. I don't have these bigger ones. What do they want for the box? $10 for the box. Yeah, I'll take those for $10.
So I ended up getting this entire box of Megga Force vehicles for like 10 bucks. Like I couldn't believe it. I had to ask the lady, is the whole box $10? And she said, yes. So I grabbed it, man. I snagged it right away. Now, the seller had it labeled as Action Force, but it's actually Megga Force. And let me tell you, if you're a military toy collector like myself, you don't want to sleep on this one. This is a super cool line. So Megga Force was a toy line released by Kenner in the late 1980s, and it featured some awesome miniature military-style vehicles that were like all decked out with different battle gear. The line was known for its attention to detail and sheer variety of vehicles and playsets. Now, unfortunately, it never quite took off like some other toy lines of the era, but it's become a bit of a collector's gem. Some of these vehicles can sell for 10 bucks all by themselves, just one vehicle. So the fact that I got this whole box for 10 bucks, that was quite the steal.
Spider-Man, proto suit Spider-Man, but a G.I. Joe vehicle on the inside of it. That's wild. That's like some sort of error, I guess, huh? And speaking of Action Force, I've got an Action Force carrying case. Kind of been on this kick lately. I've got a few of these knockoff cases. Oh, this is an Action Force. It's just action figure collector's case. I don't have this one. So this case here has got some damage on it. It's still neat, but I don't know if I want to spend $15 on it. Decisions. So this is a little playset called the Mummy's Curse, and it comes with a mummy, but this one doesn't have the mummy. If it did, it's selling for about $30 to $35. The mummy glows in the dark, so it's not a bad price, I guess. $5. It's got some damage on it. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I'm thinking about it.
Okay, as you can tell, I picked up a pretty sweet haul from this garage sale. Got a lot of really cool stuff. I felt like I got some great prices on it. Definitely better than what I would have paid like at a vintage toy store, you know. But there were some other things there that I was definitely interested in, but you know, I'm working on a budget, so I can't always just, you know, drop hundreds of dollars at a yard sale like Froggy Flips, man. That would be nice to have some Froggy Flips money, that's for sure. But anyway, I am going to hit up another yard sale with my buddy Clutch. He's going to tag along on this one. And we found some pretty epic shit. Seriously, check this out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're all about the vintage toys. And
What'd you say?
the vintage toys, the stuff we grew up with.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, look at all that.
It was
Very
quite
cool.
a surprise to open the attic and like see all, you know,
Oh, wow.
see all of the stuff.
Okay, so this lady's like talking like attic invader stuff, right? Like Craig and Greco and Ed and all those guys, you know, it's like she's talking about she's got like this attic full of vintage toys. Now, it's not at this house, but it's like at her sister's house or something like that. And I was like, you know, I'd like to see those, you know, and I ended up giving the husband like my phone number, and he was supposed to call me, and then he never did, and I didn't have his contact info. I should have. Rule number one, always get their contact info. I don't know what I was thinking. I gave him my contact info and never heard from him. But man, I can only imagine like what was up in that attic and what I could have got my grubby little hands on. Wow, you got all these Cabbage Patch Kids. There's a ton of Fisher Price stuff here. I don't think I'm really interested in this stuff, but oh, there's a viewfinder. Hey, take a look in there, see what's in there. See what the subject matter is. Oh yeah, all the little people. Oh, check it out, we got some M.A.S.K vehicles. Oh, that's cool. So we just hauled all this out, which I already have. Yes. Yeah, I did. Oh, thank you so much. Are the weapons in there? Doesn't look like it.
There's the throne, the weather vane.
Yeah, there's the gun.
One weapon.
There's some rainbow Brite here. Oh, really? Yeah, there is a... That's a little one, yeah. Got this guy. Definitely be interested in this. That's G.I. Joe, right?
Yep, that's from the Slaughters Marauders line.
Oh, nice. Oh, very cool.
I haven't been played with in 35 years.
Yeah. Were these yours?
They're his sisters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're called like key flippers. They were a masked knockoff.
Oh, yes. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Matchbox or something.
Yeah.
Switch Force.
Switch Force. I wonder if, like, I mean, I've got those, but definitely want this. This is super cool. Okay, so this is everything we picked up. I ended up paying a total of $95 for everything, which after hearing how quickly he accepted that offer, I could have probably offered less, but hey, you know, they're trying to move it. I'm trying to, you know, they're trying to make a little money. So I guess, but we got all these strawberry shortcakes. Oh, he's a little grody dude. Look at all that nasty stuff in there. He's gonna need some cleaning. They're all gonna need some cleaning up. And then we got these rainbow Brites. These are all original rainbow Brite. Oh, look, dude, her head's all caved in. You wonder? Oh, there we go. I fixed it.
Yep.
A little surgery on the spot. Right. So, and I'm guessing these are rainbow Brite like things. I have no idea what these are. And then we found got this gasoline can, right? But like this Clutch was like, dude, this was in the Fisher Price box. We need to go back and get it. So thank God he spotted that. I would have never guessed that that went to this. So it goes here on, it's a side panel, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so look at that. Whoa. All right, so, and then we got this whole play set over here. Does that say Galoob? Oh yeah, it does. It says it's a Galoob sticker. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and then we got the My Little Ponies. Like you said, maybe a little hot water on that, maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think that's a pretty decent haul. I didn't get the Castle Grayskull or the Snake Mountain because I already have it.
And some of this stuff I already have as well, and I can sell to get some of my money back and keep the pieces that I want. So, all right, man. Well, good deal.
Good hit. On to the next.
On to the next.
Holy shit, man. Like I was saying earlier, this garage sale was a score and a half, man. Like I paid less than $100 for everything you're about to see. And this was a good one. Luckily, we got there early. We got there before anyone else. And we were able to snag most of the stuff that I wanted. There were some things there that I could have easily picked up and maybe resold, but I left them there for other toy hunters to come along and have a thrill themselves, you know? Because like the Castle Grayskull, I've got that. Like I could have picked that up and sold it and made a little extra kickity cash, but honestly, I just didn't want to deal with it. I just wanted to get the things that like I wanted to collect, you know? So, but the first thing I picked up was this GoBots thruster renegade spaceship. So this was a playset for your GoBots. If you guys have been following the channel for any length of time, you probably know by now that like GoBots, like I was a GoBots kid. Like I had Transformers too, but I loved GoBots. They were my first quote unquote Transformers, and never really grew out of them. Like I still have a pretty decent GoBot collection to this day, but I did not have this playset in my possession, but now I do. So like I was super stoked about this one. I also grabbed this G.I. Joe's Slaughters Marauders Lynx tank vehicle. Like this thing is pretty awesome. And you know my motto, no Joe left behind. So like when I saw this thing, I was like, oh my God, like this is epic. Like, especially since I don't actually have this vehicle in my collection either, but it's a pretty cool one, and glad I grabbed it. And then I ended up with like this instant rainbow Brite collection. Not something I was going after by any means. It just kind of happened. There they were, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know? So I got Rainbow Brite and her two friends. I don't know their names, but they do have their pets, and I was looking them up online, and apparently having those little pets makes them a little more valuable. So that's cool. And then I also got this rainbow carrying case, and overall the figures are in really, really good condition. And speaking of girls' toys, I ended up with some My Little Ponies. Yes, I guess this officially categorizes me into the brony lifestyle because I've got more My Little Ponies than this. I've got another batch of them around here somewhere. But so I picked these up. These are the ones I actually saw in the garage sale ad. I saw these ponies, and then it got me wondering if there were actually more vintage toys at this garage sale, and it turns out there were. Okay, now we're getting into the cool stuff. So I picked up these Micro Machine play sets. We've got a toolbox, we've got some motor oil, we've got an aircraft carrier, and we've got a can of gasoline, and then some sort of building back here. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but let's open up these play sets and take a look inside. Okay, so the first thing we're taking a look at here is the inside of the toolbox. We've got some sort of mountainside with a tunnel. Looks like maybe a gas station. Gas and Go is what it says. There's a car wash sign, stop signs, pylons. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. What are these up here? Oh, it says Galoob. That's awesome. Swiss cheese, ice pops, fish and chips. Got like a little supermarket over here. It says super service, open 24 hours. Tune up and tires and brakes. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at some of the other sets. So this is the oil can. So we've got the tune-up center. So I guess you would park your car out there. And let's see, there's a little lever here. Oh yeah, there we go. You can lift that up. I found all of those Micro Machine cars in a bag. I think I had like 48 of them I found just like last week. So they'll be perfect for this. So we got this, and then we also have this gasoline can. Oh man, dude, I love that. Sightseer Restaurant, danger, falling rocks. We got only 1 mile to Lookout Point. All right, Lookout Point. Sounds like a good time. But yeah, pretty neat. Man, I love these little play sets, man. I love how, like, I mean, that gas can is just so cool. I mean, that's how I'd want to display it, just with the gas can. And then we got this aircraft carrier and this little building over here. I'm assuming this is Micro Machine. Does it say Galoob on there? Yep, Louis Galoob, 1989. Man, what an awesome haul. And then finally, I ended up with this amazing M.A.S.K haul. I mean, look at all of these vehicles. How freaking awesome is this? And the fact that, like, this entire haul, I paid like, I don't know, it was like $80 or $85 for everything. It's pretty sweet, man. Like, it's why I hunt for vintage toys at places like this: yard sales, garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores, because you're not going to find these prices anywhere else. Now, with all of these M.A.S.K vehicles, there is one in here that's not a M.A.S.K. It's kind of like a M.A.S.K knockoff. I think the line is called Rough Riders. And my buddy Clutch kind of pointed that out to me. He was like, hey, this is, I don't think this is M.A.S.K. I think this is like a knockoff. And I looked it up, and from what I gathered, it's a line called Rough Riders. I might be wrong on that. If I am, let me know in the comments below. It won't be the first time. So, but overall, man, what an awesome, awesome day. Hey, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did, do me a favor, smash the like button. It helps me out. It does help the channel grow. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I got a lot more great adventures coming your way. In fact, if you want to watch more videos just like this, then check out this next video.